So Jason, like, what's it like running a program for Grand Rapids Storm? Like, what got you into the business?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny start. I never envisioned it end up where it ended up, but
Mhm.
I just started. I was coaching high school basketball here in Grand Rapids, very young, very fresh out of college, and we started with one group, and it's now grown to where we've got over 200 kids in our program and over 20 teams that we're catering to. And like I told you at the beginning, it definitely wasn't something I envisioned getting to be as big as it is right now, but it's been great for me. It's been great for my family. It's been great for my kids. And it's been a way for me to give back to the community. I mean, that's the number one thing. Built a lot of relationships with a lot of kids throughout Grand Rapids, throughout the West Michigan area, even throughout the state. And that's been the most rewarding thing about it over the last 26 years.
Where do you see the current landscape of grassroots moving? Like, what direction do you see it moving in with COVID and all that stuff?
Todd and I were just talking about this earlier today, but it's fluid. It's a little bit crazy. We've been trying to predict, even as early as March as to where things would be in June and where things would be in July and then where things would be in August. And it's becoming a little bit more difficult to really kind of anticipate which direction it's going. I do see it getting back to the norm. I think it's going to be a little bit. I'm hopeful that the 2021 season is a little bit more structured and a little bit more what the guys are used to, where there's more opportunities. I definitely think the next few months are going to be messy. I think high school seasons are going to be a little bit challenging for a lot of kids in a lot of different areas and a lot of different regions. But I'm hopeful by March of next year, things have kind of settled in. We back to the timeline of evaluation periods in April, playing some good quality events in May, getting some high school stuff done in June, and then really coming back and allowing coaches to get great evaluations of kids in July. So that's, I'm staying optimistic and
There you
hopeful
go.
that 2021 gets us back on track.
There you go. Imagine if AAU basketball was going all year round, if high school season is shut down.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. I mean, it's a thought. I mean,
Mm.
and a lot of people brought it up to me like, hey, if high school shuts down, will you guys go? And, the answer that we always give is, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're here to give opportunities to the kids. If we can put something together for these kids to continue playing, we'd be there and, we'd welcome that opportunity. I've got a lot of really good friends that are high school coaches, and they're just excited. We just opened up gyms here in Michigan.
Right, I read that.
Yeah, I think it becomes effective next Tuesday, so September 9th or whatever. Still got some logistics to work out as far as how that'll play out. But yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting concept if it went that way. It would be a little bit like the Euro leagues over there. I think
Right,
we got a lot
right.
of the
No,
player
no.
development thing will become very, very key for programs if it ever went to all AAU 360.
No question, because I'm seeing a lot of fall leagues now, by AAU programs that's putting the fall leagues together where the high school players are uncertain, especially the basketball players. Like, Jason, what do you tell a kid that's looking for a scholarship, but their high school season is going to be canceled probably?
Well, we've been working with all of our kids quite a bit, just as far as the recruiting service or recruiting end of it goes, I should say. And we're telling them to be patient. It's funny, the number of college coaches I talk to, they don't really know either. I think everybody's kind of in this delayed, let's kind of wait and see. We're going to try to figure it out. At the same token, a lot of our guys that do have offers, I'm telling them, hey, you've got one now. Bird in the hand might not be the worst thing in the world. So the tough thing is being able to get visits, getting to know the coaching staff. They haven't been able to get on campus. We're doing something as far as, we've run a fall high school league for several years now. It's the top high school league in West Michigan. We do it strictly high school based. We're a little bit different in Michigan than some of the other states. So we get the high school teams that come in, they put their programs in there, and we let them go at it. High school coaches can't be involved, but we get dads or some of the captains run their teams, and
There you
high
go.
school coaches can watch from afar, or we get them some film so they can evaluate. And they get frustrated as anybody, but just watching some of their kids play during the fall league. But it gives them an opportunity to get running so that when they do get these guys come November, they've got a little bit of their legs underneath them. They played with some of their teammates after breaking off, spending most of the summer, and most of the spring with their AAU teammates. It's nice to get them back playing with their high school buddies.
That's excellent, Jason. And recapping the Grade A Showdown, which was a terrific event, what was your thoughts about the live streaming for your parents and your fans of Grand Rapids Storm?
So it's the second one that we did. We started with Brawl for the Ball, and that was a collaboration. Todd Hensley and Jim Ratz and Indy Heat and I have been doing that for a few years now, and We were able to bring it down to Indiana, and that was our second look, because we had played in a couple events in June where the live stream was going on. And the broadcasting and the live stream that we were able to put together through the grade 8 was outstanding. I think it makes a huge difference for the kids. It gives them content. I think that's the number one thing that these college coaches are looking for. Whether they're watching it live or not, they have the ability to go back and pull some film. And these kids and these program directors and these AAU coaches get the opportunity to pull some film down and get a look at their players and be able to put something together for them. So we were extremely blessed and excited to be able to pull it off. And we thought the event went extremely well. Love the one-day concept that we've come up with, the whole grade 8 idea of just, being selective with 8 teams in each age group and letting them battle it out, bracket format. Saves a lot of expense. We had a lot of Michigan teams that were involved in it. And, we've been traveling every weekend, whether it's even for practice. Sometimes we got to get out of state to do that. So to save them the overnight and the expense for the parents and not make it as long of a weekend, yet still get that competitive atmosphere where everybody's battling it out. There's still a true champion and every game matters, was unique. And obviously the live stream and the broadcast that we were able to put together through Summit City was outstanding. Those guys do a phenomenal job, and we're very fortunate to be able to partner with them at the events that we've run in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, Summit City. Like, they're all over it. We appreciate them because, like I said, we had 24/7 content going on. People are really excited to see the highlights and to see Gym Rats and Grand Rapids Storm like come together as one under one roof. Because, like I said, Michigan couldn't host any events until next week? You guys are able to reopen?
Well, the gyms are reopening next week. Whether or not we're going to be able to do any type of events or anything like that, we're going to kind of slow walk our fall league a little bit. I think we've got September 20th or possibly September 27th as our date to unveil it, because we still got to see what the restrictions are and the number of people in the gym and how they're going to do it. So yeah, we've been locked down since March. No events, no opportunities to get into the gym. So the collaborative effort of Indy Heat and Gym Rats and working with you and working with Todd has been fantastic for our program and for all the kids. I mean, I think the benefits that everybody's gotten going down to Fort Wayne in the first class events that have been put on down there has been making the best of a worse situation as far as the whole COVID thing goes.
No, for sure. Jason, I appreciate you coming on See You on the Court TV, and I cannot wait to get this out and everybody listen.
Yeah, you bet. I appreciate you having me. Appreciate everything that you do for the kids and the community, and looking forward to seeing you a lot this fall and obviously next season during the whole hopefully regular AAU season.
Right. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.